ويلكم باك ونقول السلام عليكم. معكم يعقوب من قناة ياكو. حاب أشكركم يا شباب على الدعم المتواصل منكم، الله لا يحرمني منكم. وأيضا حاب بارك عليكم الشهر، جعلنا الله وإياكم من تحبون، من صوامه وقوامه، ومن تقبل الله أعماله، وبارك لنا ولكم في من تحبون. إن شاء الله السلسلة مستمرة معنا في رمضان، كل يوم إن شاء الله بتنزل حلقة، إذا قدرت بإذن الله إنه كل يوم أو يوم ويوم. يلا بينا. طيب يا شباب، آخر شيء إحنا وقفنا إنه كنا نبي ننام، صح؟ استعد للذهاب. لم أرفض العشاء ولن أرفض أيضا السرير. أوكي تمام، نحتاج ننام، خلينا ننام. أوكي، هو يحدد الوقت على طول. تمام. إيه، جاء على طول عرض.
So you got your revenge?
أبوه.
Father, did it make you feel any better?
والله شعرني بالراحة.
It did. So what comes next?
باقي الملء، باقي فون، وباقي ذاك الأصلع.
Von Aulitz is next.
أيوة.
Then von Burkov. And is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened. It's what I want. Are you sure, Henry?
إيه متأكد. إيه بردمهم على كل شيء سووه.
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
هذا عن كاثرين. حسن سأذهب. Okay.
Very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast, in case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
Okay.
I see. You may leave. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
حلو تمام. ابحث عن زيسكا. طب ليش توصفوني ملابسي؟ بفهم أنا بس. طيب كذا لبسنا كل شيء خلاص، يلا ننطلق. انت لسه ما نزلت؟ يلا انزلي بسرعة. حلو تمام، يلا افتح الباب واروح عند هذا. ما ينفتح، شكلهم برا، شكلهم برا. بس احتاج اول شيء اغسل ملابسي. هل يمديني اغسل؟ لا. وين هناك في حوض هنا. خليني اغسل ملابسي. حلو تمام، كذا صرنا نظيفين كلش. تمام. وين كانوا؟ هذوليهم. اوكي.
Yes.
كاثرين.
Hello, the worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my Großvater said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison, and mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
حاميتك مثير للإعجاب، حاميتك هي مجرد مسحة، أنا لست مهتم بالقتال، حاميتكم هي مجرد مسحة. لا خلينا
I have to
أوكي.
admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Eh?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody with any sense would take on my men.
Now
سأقبل
look
بكل
here,
سرور.
I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Komm, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw so you don't come to any harm and let you have a go against one of ours. Pull cock,
أحب
come
اللي-
here. The first to bleed loses.
لا 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 ما أحب اللي زي كذا، تبيني أجلده. يلا تعال نجلدك شوي، نجلدك شوي ما في أي مشكلة. امسك هذا بعد.
Fuck you!
امسك هذه بعد. وراي قال لي هدوء هدوء. طيب وش يبينا الحين نسوي؟ وش قال لنا؟ نيجي نكلمه.
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags and I remembered I took a small memento from Trotsky.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's von Berghoff's. I was meaning to sell it, but
عن
it
الشاشة
might
أنت.
serve you better.
My word. Thank you. I better go and find
حلو.
Zizka.
زدت من ال
Margrave is expecting us.
لقد
I
حسنت.
saw
حلو.
Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around him.
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
حلو تمام. حدثنا معها. وش بعد يبينا؟ ابحث عن سيسكا. اوكي.
Gott segne dich.
And with you?
خلينا نتكلم مع هذا أول شيء. ويقال أن استقال في هذه المنطقة لديك أي عمل لي لكن تعليمي شيء.
I heard Kuttenberg surrendered to Sigismund, and his army is running amok here in the area.
They are. These dreckigen Hurensöhne are angry, you see? They thought they would rake in the silver from the Kuttenberg mines. But they couldn't have been more wrong. Sigismund kept all the treasure for himself. Why should he pay them out of his own pocket when the local lords are feeding them?
What? I don't understand.
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local nobility quickly decided it's better to pay them Lösegeld.
So that Hungarian bastard is getting rich while the locals feed his army?
Das trifft den Nagel auf den Kopf. And yet, that carrot-topped Schweinehund lets the monks in the Zealots monastery fuss over him while he receives legations from the whole kingdom.
اوكي كيف يمكن الوصول إلى كيف
Do you
يمكن
know by
الوصول؟
chance how to get into that monastery where Sigismund is staying?
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand verloren? You can forget about that. You won't get in there. And listen closely to what I tell you. I don't know what you're planning, but I'll give you some good advice. Leave Sigismund alone. The wheels of justice grind slowly but surely. You'll see. You'd better be glad you still have your head.
اوكي هل هاجم
Did
مكة؟
Sigismund also attack Suchdol?
Oh, yes, as soon as he got here. But my men know what to do. Mit der Hilfe Gottes, we fended him off and forced him to negotiate. Mein Herr Peter, however, had to pay him a fat Lösegeld to leave us in peace. The villagers in the vicinity fared even worse.
What happened?
They raised Mesolas and Apatovitz. There was nothing left but ashes and stones. They haven't been here since then, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. Der Teufel soll Sigismund holen.
اوكي. أخبرني عن
How
المنطقة.
do things work around here? Is there something I should be wary of?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. And it isn't really all that safe in the raised villages either. These Banditenbanden have settled in there. A bunch of dossers who'll easily cut your throat for a piece of bread. Ah, so God will. These evil times will soon be over.
يمكن الوصول
How do I
إليها.
get to Kuttenberg from here?
Das ist nicht schwer. You just take the main road to the east and then you'll see the church towers. Or you can also follow your nose. There's smoke rising from the Kuttenberg smelters day and night. The smell is hell, but it's worth it for the silver. In fact, the silver's why Kuttenberg is the second richest city in the kingdom right after Prague.
إيه مركز جيش. أوكي.
Where did you say Sigismund's army is camped?
Unfortunately, they're close. They've occupied the hill above the main road near Kuttenberg, so no one could just come and help the town. When you walk out of the village and look toward Opatowitz, you should see the flags flying above their camp. Pah, that Hungarian camp is like a boil. It's just festering and we just can't get rid of it.
يمكن العثور على بعض
I
التجار.
need to top up my supplies. Where could I find some merchants here?
You'd be better off asking the innkeeper Slivka in the village about these things. He knows everyone from far and wide. And that's no surprise, because he makes such good spirits.
حلو. هل يمكن تعليمي شيء؟ هل
How's it
لديك
going,
عمل؟
Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Shishka.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Was soll ich sagen? After our Lord paid ransom for us to the Chaiskel Cherton, there is peace here. Fortunately. Aber warte. Actually, there is one thing. You ought to have a word with our huntsman Dobrosch. He might have eine Aufgabe for you. See, someone poached a white roebuck in his territory the other day.
A white roebuck? That's a rare sight.
Ja, and Dobrosch takes it as a personal offense. So go easy on him, hörst du?
What exactly do you mean by that?
Just ask him if there's anything new happening in his territory and wait until he tells you himself. Oh, yeah. He really doted on that creature. Und das war alles. I don't have anything else.
All right, thank you.
أوكي حلو.
I'll ask around.
أوكي انهى. خلينا نروح نشوف وين سيسكا. هناك موجود.
And this scar. It's strange.
حدث
How
إلي.
are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
نفس الشيء.
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
أوكي لا يزال لديك قوتك لن أعيش رؤيتها. لا يزال
Say
لديك
that.
القوة.
You still have your strength? A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one,
مطبل له
I'd say.
شوي.
But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
هل تتوقع مشكلة؟ هل تعرف أين يجب أن نبحث عن الشيطان جاء؟ من المفترض أن نذهب؟ من المفترض أن أذهب لوحدي. سأذهب بعد ذلك. أوكي خلينا
expecting
نمشي
trouble?
هنا.
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
هل تعرف أين يجب أن
What
أوكي.
about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
أنا أذهب لوحدي. سأذهب بعد ذلك. لا خلينا نشوف
I'll be
هذا
going
الشغل. اذهب إلى قاعة حفلات إيش؟ اذهب إلى قاعة ممكن فوق هناك. إيه نطلع فوق من هنا. أيب
Henry, where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
لا يكون هذا برضو معاه. لديه شعور بأنك تعرف كل شيء. لا تخاننا فون بيركو.
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
كان الأمر صعبا مع زوسكا. غير متوقع.
Unexpected guess?
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before. And of his unconventional ways of supporting our king. But I don't know where you know him from.
We met outside Trotsky, in rather complicated circumstances. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
I have no idea, sir.
That's a pity. I would be very keen to know.
لا تقل شيء. لماذا لا تعرف؟
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, has many supporters, and each of them has their own ideas about how to defend him.
أنا أفهم ذلك أنه أمر معقد. لن ينتهي الأمر بشكل جيد. أنا أفهم ذلك.
I understand. It seems complicated.
On the contrary, it's all quite simple. If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them their fill of wine and venison, they'd come to an agreement on the spot. Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching. What in God's name did you and Sir Hans get up to?
بدلا من أن نكون رسلا ظنوا أننا متسولون. لقد كان خطأ سير هانز. لقد كان كل هذا خطأي. لم يحدث شيء يذكر. قل من الأهمية الأمر. بدأ من أن نكون رسلا ظنوا أننا متسولون. Okay.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Bergov refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
كان الأمر ثقيلا عليه. ليس فقط لكويبون. ممكن هذه ما تنجح.
Not only for him, sir. I may be just a bastard, but that doesn't mean I'm used to begging at castle gates dressed in rags.
Of course, but there is a difference between disgrace for a commoner and for a lord chosen by God. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
كان ستيفن وتوث في تروسي هذا كل شيء. خلينا نقول
You
له
should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk.
ليس زيسكا هو نفسه توث.
And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious. By the way, you said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
لا كنت هنا لم أقل شيء.
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them? What you might consider to be a minor detail might be something of utmost importance.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
But you said you had time to think. So how was it then?
Well,
I've had better liars than you fail to trick me. So tell me, what came out of those loose lips of yours?
although it wasn't me who told him, von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
طيب لا أستطيع أن أتخلى عن سير هانز يشرفني ذلك ولكن لا يمكنني القبول. وش أقول لا أستطيع أن أتخلى عن سير هانز. إيه لا أستطيع.
Go home. I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
تمام.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
Oh. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road. No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa.
لا يكون هذا برضو
Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
يعني لا تشدون ساعدكم فيه.
I get the feeling Yokes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
هي سايرة ذي الجاسوسة تنقل الأخبار لأخوها. طيب احنا الحين نكمل طريقنا. نمشي ورا هذا. نمشي ورا اوكي نمشي ورا.
What is your plan anyway?
ما هي خطتك؟
Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet until we find him.
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumour mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favoured meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable. of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry, it's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I hope so. And when he's free, then we can step on Sigismund's toes. I'm sure Lord Capon will be happy to help.
In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity. So, what do you say? Should we speed up?
توجه إلى عرين الشيطان سفر السريع يجب أوكي.
The road's quiet. The surroundings are pretty. Why rush? At least we won't be so conspicuous.
If you say so.
حلو تمام. خلونا نوصل للمكان لوجهتنا وارجع لكم.
Pick up the pace.
اوكي، السفر السريع نوصل لمكاننا. والله مكان بعيد مرة. حلو وصلنا. والله انزل. اي والله مكان بعيد مرة. هلا كنا هنا حنا. المسافة كيف؟ والله تعتبر بعيدة. يلا. برضو عرض. كلها تهاوشة جوا.
I warned you you had it coming, you drunk!
Hang on. I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Shiska?
شوف الضحكة
Turn on your
حقتها.
heel and get going. If you value your life, you might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
يعني قتال الحين. يلا طولنا في المحادثات.
We're going to get you, you whoreson!
يلا. اهجم ولا تهجم؟
Are you waiting for me to die of old age? Useless!
وراه ما يمديني الحق اسوي الضرب هذه.
Fight, you filthy whore!
لا تلقف يا شيخ، لا تلقف والله تلقف.
Do I have to
ما
put you
لحقت
out
اسوي له
of trouble
القاضية.
again?
ما ادري ليش.
I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking
يقول له مين
all that's
علم على
left of it.
وجهك.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
الزبدة اللي جته. حافظ على الهدوء. من هو الفصل الشيطان على أي حال؟ هل هو فقط أنت والشيطان هنا؟
Okay. Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What problem?
I'm alone here.
أين الآخرون؟ من هو الفصل؟
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
من أسره؟ أين هو محتجز؟ منذ متى كان؟
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why, the town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get him there. We can't pull off something like that.
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards.
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, we botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door. Eva and I tried to help him, but we just couldn't.
Fuck.
It pisses me off that we had to leave him there. But we would have been captured.
How long has it been since he was captured?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the yaks. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard, but not even he deserves that.
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron in Bohemia. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't know. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by 12 armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your sleeve...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody'll listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Have you got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hid them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road they used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great! At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
تمام. اتبعك وبنا إلى الأسلحة. أوكي، أين أنت؟ هذا هو. وين حصاني؟ أين أنت يا حصان؟ هذا هو حصاني أتوقع. لا، هذا هو. يلا اركب. يلا اتبع.
How did you meet Shishka anyway?
أخبر القصة إزالة فرشاة.
I feel like I've known him for years.
That is how it is with Shishka. Once you get to know him, you know it will be for life. But be warned.
الحذران فأنت لا تريد أن تثير غضبه.
I already pissed him off once.
مرة واحدة.
How did that turn out?
Ask his eye.
It was you. Wow. Well, good to have you on our side. The more hot young blood we have, the less risk of the old being spilled.
Well, if that's what you say.
Oh, come on, Henry. You must have some fun, even if you are about to hang. Do not frown. It does not suit you.
بدل الفترة علي دافع عن نفسك.
I'm not frowning. That's just how my face is.
My condolences, then. Especially to your family. If my wife gave birth to something like that, I wouldn't know whether to fetch a priest or a shovel.
You don't know shit about my family, so keep your mouth shut.
Or what?
Or... you'll see.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
You nearly got killed.
علي هذا
Yet
السكران.
you're stirring shit again.
Oh, well, I cannot help myself. Life's to be lived. And the body's to go to the grave properly fucked up. So I take it easy. As they say in Latin, Come Demon.
So you're a mercenary, cutthroat, swindler, drunk, and on top of that, a philosopher?
I'm a man of many. You know what.
A man of many debts and drinks.
Oh, come on, you do not even know me. We will get to know each other once we have a drink together. Speaking of which, would you have a drop on you?
No.
Fuck. I never ride out without some supplies. I don't know if I can stand it.
A few more stupid jokes and I'll plug your gob. But it won't be with booze.
You are very lucky to be with Shishka, that you saved me.
I'm starting to regret it.
That's why I like you. We will have so much fun together. I feel it in my bones. But we better pick up our pace. I need to piss.
اوكي، خلص من قرقرته. اذا وصلنا هناك ان شاء الله برجع لكم يا شباب. حلو شباب، وصلنا. خلينا ننزل. يلا خلينا نروح ورانا الحقه. شوف ايش عنده. بينا نجيب الاسلحه. يلا. والله سواليف كثيره امش. سواليف كثيره. مشكله سواليف زي وجهها.
I mean, if Anna could find the camp, you'll have no problem finding it yourself.
والله هو بعد يمشي بشويش. بينا نمشي هناك سيدا. خلينا ننطلق وهو يجي وراي. يلا تعال. سولف مع نفسه الهبل السكران ذا. يلا هنا خيم.
One time they decided to rob some merchant because we were running out of food and drink. They found one and decided to follow him until he arrived at a suitable place. They followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp. So throwing guns in the water actually sounds like them.
والله سواليف كثيرة. أخيرا نبدأ. يلا خلينا ناخذ هذه. يلا تحدث إلي. ماذا الآن؟
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not much, but we called it home.
Oh, this mess?
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something down below last time. By the stream, near the boulders. by the uprooted tree. And something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea. A hazy memory. A hunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So? Where are they?
One of those places. Let's look at all of them. They are here somewhere.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around, get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway, we need a shovel. There used to be one by Janner's tent.
Which one is that?
The one made of leaves. He was so proud of it until he woke up covered in caterpillars.
Come on then. We don't have much time.
حلو يلا. يبينا ندور على أماكن نحفر فيها. خلينا نسبق ندور على أماكن نحفر فيها. أكيد قبور هتكون. هناك ممكن واحدة. لا. وين ممكن يقول مكان واحدة شجرة طايحة. هنا في الجهة هذه اللي هنا. اوكي وصل عنده هو. يلا ابدأ بالحفر. لو كان في حالة سكر عنده جهنم ولكن المكان يبدو معلومة. ما في شيء ما في إلا بس حق السكر.
Before that, we had to bury old Lodiel, and we had to fortify ourselves.
I was a fool to think this would be easy.
Sure, I was wrong.
So you're digging the next one?
أنت تحفر التالية. ما حيسوي شيء أعرفها. أوكي هذه ما فيها شيء. يلا. كان ثاني عندك هنا.
Listen, lad.
Just tell me you didn't throw those hand cannons in the water.
Of course not. Look at that basket over there.
What about it?
The cannons are not there, but there is something better. Booze. Be a lovely lad and fetch it.
على ذلك اذهب واحضرها بنفسك. ننتقل لا خمر.
We're moving. No stalling.
You're as much fun as watching grass grow.
والله همش ما يدور الا بس خمر. خلينا نشتغل يا رجال. ازعجنا وهو سكران ويمشي بشويش. المشكلة خليني اروح ادور انا بسرعة كذا قدام. يمكن الاقي شيء هنا ولا هنا. كذا هنا هو رايح هناك. خليني اتقدم بسرعة اسبق انا. هنا في واحدة هنا. اوكي احفر. بدري توك توصل.
So this is the grave of poor Lodiel. I was sure we buried him elsewhere.
عطني الخال.
What stench?
بس 12.
He did not smell much better when he was alive.
دروع ابو كلب كل شيء ابو كلب.
God grant him eternal life.
اسحب عليها ما في مدافع.
What about us?
If Lodiel is here, then I reckon I know where the hand cannons are.
اوكي رايح هناك. خلينا اسبقه. رايح كذا هو. خلينا انقز كذا عشان اشوف هناك. حلو. فاضي الحق انا وهو يمشي بشويش. حلو شكل هذه هي المدافع. اغراض يدوية ملفوفة بعناية. اوكي هذه هي اللي بيها.
I told you I knew exactly where to find them.
God, why are you punishing me?
Oh, don't cry. We have more important things to do.
Will you take the cannons?
I won't be lugging them around.
Right. Are we going to see Zizka?
Let's go. Or do you want to go alone?
I'd rather go with you. Just in case.
Mount up then. We've wasted enough time as it is.
حلو. عطني الرصاص احتاجه. أعطني طقم صناعة الأسلحة وأعطني هذا، أعطني إياه كلها. طيب يلا نمشي. بس يا أخي ليش تمشي وراي يا أخي؟ ليش قلت لازم أمشي وراك؟ خل أسحب عليه. يلا امشي. إن شاء الله يجيبوا لي خيار إنه انتقال السريع. حلو وصلنا وجهتنا. أوه جاب معه جنود زيسكا. حلو تمام. هذا يد مستأجرة، يد مستأجرة. حلو هذا هو. تحدث إلي.
We have the hand cannons.
How did it go? Any trouble?
صارت على ما يرام، كانت تطوير.
It went smoothly. That's right. My memory's like,
Civ?
See how well we understand each other.
What's the plan?
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack.
Why are the wagons standing there? I was hoping we would block the road with a tree or something.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs. We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway.
Oi, fuck, but...
But what?
I would put it a little further back, so they will not see it until they are right next to it.
Ah, look who's thinking. And what then?
Then we rise with the hand cannons and blast the bastards to smithereens, from above.
What a load of rubbish.
What rubbish? It is like a battlement, but on a wagon. You get it, right? Haha.
Shut up. We'll do it my way.
Make up your minds. It's hard to say how much time we have.
So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stand on the other side.
Where will I go?
You'll stay here with me.
And then what?
We'll wait for them to arrive. And then...
حلو. نسوي كمين لخويهم عشان نساعده. حلو هذا هو خويهم.
Are we there yet? No, how many fucking times have I told you? Are you deaf?
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
But you hold me up in irons. You can't even show me a grain of human decency.
Paul!
What the fuck?
Damn.
There's
more of them than I was expecting. I can't back out now. Let's blast at them and seize the advantage.
Oi! You two!
أو توي أنت إنه شايل اللي على
Don't worry,
عينه.
Honourable Sir. We're working on it.
توي شايل الدار اللي على عينه.
To the task!
من السؤال اللي يرمون.
Matilda!
ماتيلدا.
Fucking hell!
ما مات إلا الحصان.
Damn it! You
الكتاب واضح من عنوانه.
Warning shot! Surrender, or the next one will go straight through your guts!
استغفر الله.
So next time, will you hit the mark?
Rather settle it without bloodshed.
That's easy. Surrender, and none of you will be harmed. Until you hang alongside the devil, that is.
The only one surrendering will be you.
Oh, really? Rupert, bring that bastard to me. And you, arrest the others. If they resist, just kill him.
Halt! Not another step, or...
Oh, what? Are you gonna shoot at the sky again?
تطلع النار ولكن في بطنك. هناك كثير منا في الغابة، سوف ننهي منك في أي وقت والأوقات. نحن نطيع أوامر. أوكي. هناك كثير، خلينا نخوفه.
In the woods around us, we have dozens of archers and crossbowmen. If you don't surrender, we'll shoot you to pieces. We'll kill the rest the old-fashioned way.
Oh, shit! There's barely a dozen of you. If you could kill us all, you'd have done it already.
That's not true at all. There's more of us. Many more.
How many?
A gross. And we have armor, hammers, and cannons.
And you're hiding in the forest with all that gear, right? Have at them. Kill those bastards.
فشلنا يلا خلينا نهاجم. أعطيني السيف. ابلع عنك. لا حلو تمام. تعال انت. ابلع ذي. ابلع ذي. ابلع هذه. يا اخي ليش اللقافة ليش اللقافة؟ حلو عطني سيفك نحتاجه. عطني دروعك كلها. لا ابي السيف لو سمحت. انت امسك ذي امسك هذا. حلو قتلناهم. خلي مشكلة حتى دروعهم مو بذاك الشيء والله. في شيء ب100 في شيء بس حلوة. خلينا ناخذها كلها بعدين نشوف وش الشيء الحلو ناخذه. في ناس ماخذين دروع. لا دروعهم خايسة. اوكي تمام. عطني السيف نبيعه. يلا تعال خلينا نتحدث معه. هل يمكن نخرج هون؟ يمدينا نسافر على طول.
We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better.
حلو. أخبرنا عزيز كأنك تستطيع العودة. حلو.
Welcome back, Hinek.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although I have a second hole in it now because of you. Ouch!
There was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well even if I wanted to.
That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought I was worth saving. Warms the cockles of my heart.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
حلو حافظ على هدوء. نحن بحاجة للتحذير. سنجد عصابة. خليه
How are we
صامت.
doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult our home from home.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town, and has such a bad reputation that decent people are afraid to come here. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need, and people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den, and I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people?
My people? Kubienka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
That's too bad. Oh, they fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
اوكي ألا تأتي. حاسس أذهب وحدي.
You're not coming with me?
Does that bother you? Well, you're not afraid of her, are you?
Someone might recognize me. And if they saw us together...
All right. What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have time for that. We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack. Where can we find them?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kibienka? Why didn't you lot free me from jail?
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Or will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
استطيع أفعل ذلك. أوه رائع. أوه رائع ولا أستطيع أن أفعل ذلك؟
I reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight to the task.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bahuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Slavik died, Bahuta took it badly. He's not coming back.
Fuck.
Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have anyone else?
Well, there's Matthew and Roniek, but who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there is no one else left.
أوكي. أنا يجب أن أبحث عنهم. قل لي مزيد عنهم. أين يجب أن أبحث عنهم.
And where should we look for them? I don't even know where to start.
I think I could help you with some of them. Come and see me when you want to get started.
سأبدأ بالعثور على سأبحث عن العصابة لك.
I'll visit the town first. If Catherine's waiting for me there, I'll have to hurry. The sooner we find Liechtenstein, the sooner we can free Capon.
What is it with this bird? What kind of stupid name is that anyway?
I'll tell you everything before Henry returns. Henry, you should hurry up and come right back here once you're done. Do you understand?
حلو. حلو حلو حلو. خليني بس اخذ صورة.
Beautiful.
Great.
طيب حلو. خلونا نشوف الخريطة وش تقول. اسأل بها عن بقية الفرقة إلى عام السبت تحدث مع كاثرين. حلو تمام. أول شيء نتكلم مع السكير بعدين نروح عند كاثرين. وين مكان كاثرين؟ والله هو بعيد بعد. ما في أي مشكلة. في البداية وين حق الحانة اللي هنا؟ نبي نتكلم معه. يمكن برا هنا. لا هناك. شوف هذا هو. حلو. خلينا نتكلم معه نحجز لنا غرفة.
Will you be spending the night?
Seems that way.
يبدو أن هذه الطريقة.
Do you have a room for us? At least for a few days.
But of course. We have 2 free rooms just upstairs. I'll have them cleaned up.
Don't even bother cleaning them, innkeeper.
Treadlight. The name's Treadlight.
حلو. عن
I have a
الحياة.
question for you.
Ask away.
هل أنت حقا صاحب فندق؟ لماذا يسمى نزار؟ أوكي، لماذا يسمى عرين الأسد؟ عرين الأسد، عرين الشيطان.
I can't tell you exactly, but it's said that devils live in the abandoned shafts around here.
Do any of them come in for an ale from time to time?
Aye, it's true I've seen some truly devilishly sly people walk through those doors, but none of them had horns.
What's new around here, innkeeper?
There's trouble with demons in Old Qudna. There was a great tragedy one time in the mine near there. It's abandoned now. The ground collapsed, and a pit to hell opened up there. There's talk that young Bruttons form a fight club in Horsham. Maybe they'll let you into their circle. And then Smolka came by. She's the one who runs the bathhouse across the street. She said a fella came in, all restless and fidgety, saying he wanted a girl. That he wanted to take her somewhere else, and Smolka wouldn't have it. But when he offered to pay double, she agreed. You know how it is. These days, every groschen counts.
Was he a fucking pig?
If only that.
Okay. يمكن أجدها. ماذا أفعل?
So what did he do?
The girl came running in all beaten up. Smolka couldn't get her to talk about what happened, but it wasn't pretty. I went to see her. The girl was all blue with bruises, her knees blooded. Not a pretty sight.
And can...
Who was this fella?
The way Smolka described him to me, he must have come with Sigismund's army. Probably a deserter. I've seen a few of those around here.
Have you any idea where I could find him?
Rumour has it he's been sleeping in a shepherd's abandoned dugout, just outside the forest nearby.
I'm sorry about the girl, but what can you do? It happens.
Today it's a bath maid. Tomorrow it could be someone's wife, sister, or even grandmother, for fuck's sake. It'd be best to get rid of this piece of shit as soon as possible. If you see him around here, don't spare him. All right? And that's about it.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
Okay.
I'll have a look at the wares.
وش عندك قاعدة. اوكي، عطني اياها الكتاب ذا وعطني الاقفال. شر الذهب بداية. شارات ما احتاجها. اوكي.
Thank you and take care.
ما يمدينا اجر انا بيت عندك. ما يمدينا اجر انا. تمام، ما في اي مشكلة. عندك شيء انتي؟ تعالي.
Greetings.
حيات. تجارة، عندك شيء؟ أعطيني هذه جرعة إصبع السريع. لا ما أحتاج أني ولا هذه أحتاجها. أحتاج بس هذه. أعطني الثلاثة.
A word about the price.
I'm listening.
أوكي. أعطيني إياها ب50.
Here, plus a bit on top.
Well, thanks a lot.
حلو، تمام.
What can I do for you?
لسه ما يقدر يأجر لي بيت. طيب يا شباب، احنا كذا وصلنا لنهاية الحلقة. أتمنى الحلقة عجبتكم. لا تنسون اللايك والاشتراك وكتابة التعليق. سلام.